song is that?
Art is Dead? It's actually very good.
I'm the guy who invented the thing that's gonna take us out of this place. If you could read my mind, you would know what kind of pajamas.
How'd you already win?
Let's do this.
I won't. Oh, come on! I lost.
Footy pajamas. Footy pajamas. Footy pajamas. They let me be what I want to be.
So fast. This is bogus.
Actually, as a tribute to my winning, we'll leave that up.
Gosh.
All right.
You actually have the episode memorized this time?
The episode memorized? What?
The episode number. Last time you definitely forgot the number of episode.
Oh, yeah.
On episode 5, because you remember, like, this is episode...
Oh, no, I was about to say a swear word there. No, this is episode 7 of Let Me Pitch This To You. Marcus, what's this podcast about?
It's an idea podcast. Ian said that. I always fumbled my way through describing this podcast to people, and then I think it was on air for one episode. I told Ian to describe it, and he was like, "It's an idea podcast." And I was like, "Yeah, that's very, very good. That works. That gives people enough of an idea without me being like, well, it's like me and this other guy who aren't like actual, like, we're creative people.
We're not
and
real
love to
writers.
Be creative, and we'd like to, and then we like we go and we act like people care about our stories and ideas, and then we pitch like we all like it's such a fumble way to. Like, if we were already famous or writers or something, it'd be way easier to describe this, but I feel like to give the whole effect of what it is, I have to explain. It's a mess. So it's an idea podcast.
So this is episode 7. We have 2 episodes to count votes from because I was out of town last week because I have a grown-up job.
He's not dedicated.
I have a grown-up job. Dude, I was 2 hours away.
Not dedicated.
All right. So...
Episode 5. Do you have the comment up for Matt? For Matt's Majestic Mind?
We have Matt's Majestic Mind for episode 5.
We're going to say who won real quick, and it was me by 100% of the votes. What's up?
We only got 1 vote, so that's all I'm going to say.
1 official vote. 2 people voted on YouTube. And thank you, Maxwell Prometheus Orr and his older brother McLean for voting and for being weird. For being weird fans of all of the internet stuff I do. But yeah, thank you for the comment and for watching our podcast. But we can't count your votes.
All right.
I still won with them.
So you won episode 5.
And Matt's Majestic Mind would be... Ian's going to read the comment real quick.
All right. Matt's Majestic Mind. It's pretty long. I'm just going to kind of skim through it. Matt says, my vote has to go to Marcus this time. And he definitely has a point that whoever talks more has a distinct advantage.
Oh, dude, you should see what
That's
I wrote
so
out this
true.
time. I have 6 pages worth.
It's like that old joke about the Oscars that you can predict the winners by just replacing the word best with most in all the category names. I had to listen to this podcast in 2 parts over the last couple days. Blah, blah, blah. He goes into, he had to listen. He kind of listened to each of our ideas separately. So here's my detailed analysis, or rather my commentary on what you are unknowingly ripping off.
Oh, no, I ripped off everything I'm kidding. I've never seen any of the stuff you mentioned.
Ian's pitch sounds like some combination of Highlander and Hancock. My questions here are, do these immortals know they have this dark matter? And what will happen if they let it recombine? Do they keep in contact over the internet so they can be like, hey, I'm going to beat them all?
That made me laugh.
So, no, they don't really know each other, but I don't know. I'm working on the details. Seriously, I thought Marcus was just pitching the X-Files for a bit with a dose of conspiracy theory,
which was fair,
or enemy of the state if you want another Will Smith movie. But I think you really...
movies I've ever seen.
Yeah, but what?
I've only ever seen Will Smith movies.
Yeah.
If he's not in it, never seen it.
It's a good way to be. But I think you really make it your own with the crazy over-the-topness of it. I think it's honestly a good idea, and you've really got a built-in audience when it comes to conspiracies. So running with the idea that all the modern conspiracy theories are true could could be really fun to watch. And then also just PS, because we couldn't figure it out, the movie that talks about the JFK assassination is actually called JFK. It's just called JFK. I mean, I don't know who came up with that movie title, but...
And Matt's just leaving, these two dunces. Like, what are they thinking?
So, that's episode 5. Do you have any more commentary? Or should we move on from that episode?
No.
I thought it was a good episode. I like both of our ideas, honestly.
Yeah, I think I've watched that one the most. Like, because I always try to listen back on it and be like, this is a weird thing that I said, or I said this like too many times, or whatever.
Yeah. That was me last episode, but episode 5 was great. It was also our first video episode for those of you who just started following. So you can watch on video now. You can watch video on YouTube.
Oh, yeah, we need to get out of the way. Well, we'll remember to do at the end of the episode. Tack on all of the stuff we need to say, thank you and plug and all that. But yeah, I watched episode 5 a lot of times, and it was very good. No, I don't have any more commentary besides like we messed up so bad by not knowing the name of that JFK movie.
Yep.
Oh well, that's fine.
Okay.
It's all good. Episode 6.
Episode 6. The winner is me with 2 votes.
No, you tied with the cat. Suck it.
Yeah. And Marcus got 1 vote. And then, for the first time ever, there's been another contestant with a vote on the show, and that is the black cat. If you remember from episode 6, the black cat that almost tried to molest Marcus. Can I just say that on air? I'm sorry.
The comic book character, the black cat. Which is weird because she was not referenced or mentioned.
Yes, Matt gave a +1 to the cat, and then
another person voted for it too.
Yeah.
However, here's the thing. There was a moment when I thought that cat was gonna win the show, and I was like, if that cat actually wins, I will kill your cat for real, Ian.
We'll quit the show. The show's done.
Yeah, I'd be like, if a cat beats us, we're gonna be like, Matt, you do the show. You'll probably be better at it, and you can co-host the cat.
I can just imagine that thing. Think of Matt sitting right here and the cat sitting next to him, and they're just pitching ideas. That's the new show. That's my pitch.
I mean, it's an internet video. If we want to get popular, we have to have a freaking cat in it because the internet's such a heavy-handed, very intellectual conversation source on.
Yeah.
Right,
so,
whatever.
that was the vote count, and now for episode 6, Matt's majestic mind, much shorter, but. Matt says my vote goes to Ian this week, but I don't think I'm a truly objective voter on this one. I don't know anything about the Green Lantern, and I hate Doctor Who. For those of you that haven't seen episode 6 or listened to it,
my pitch was...
Marcus was just combining the two, Doctor Who and Green Lantern. That being said, I think Marcus's idea is pretty good. I especially like the location ideas that you mentioned. This reminds me a bit of Interstellar with the giant wave world, the world with the crystallized clouds.
I forgot about how dope that movie was.
That was a good movie.
Will Smith's in that movie, by the way, in case you guys didn't know. He's in it just for a little bit. That's why I've seen it.
What?
No, I just said I only seen Will Smith movies. No, yeah, Interstellar was tight.
It was a good movie. Kind of long, but good. Also, doing this as a cartoon makes good practical sense, as it would avoid the huge costs associated with these locations. The basic structural ideas are also good with the big bad. That is subtly hinted at throughout each season. I think Ian basically just pitched the Republican Party's Obamacare replacement. Thanks, Matt. That's exactly what I was going for. Seriously, though, Ian gets my vote. However, because governmental conspiracies are red meat right now. Honestly, with the currently climate of government distrust and anti-vaxxer crowd, I'm shocked this isn't already on the air. So, all right. So that's episode 6. Do you have any commentary, Marcus?
I mean, I should have won.
You should have won. No, I totally won that. It's a government conspiracy, dude.
Well, if you broke my whole pitch down, my whole pitch was just, what if we made a Green Lantern show that was like Doctor Who, but better?
Yeah.
That was... Dang it. Okay, so what are we doing special for this episode? Episode 7.
Episode 7. So, we are doing our first fan base pitches.
Yeah, which is essentially you guys can email, and we've asked you to, and this was Matt's idea. We want to give credit where credit's due. You email sentence long or longer, however elaborate, or abstract ideas that you have. You email them to us. We're going to put them all in a Word document, give a numbers roll an electronic dice, and then we're going to pick that, and we kind of just have to on the fly riff off those ideas that we got. We have 15 right now.
15
just the
ideas,
count?
yeah.
Yeah.
And we should say 10 of those are Matt's.
I think like actually exactly 10 of them are Matt's.
Yeah.
So
2 of them, 10 are Matt Sampson's. Like 2 or 3 are from Jeremy Valenti, and 2 are from my mom,
Ian's
Loretta
mom.
Lund. So
Ian said his mom's name. He's gonna get his mouth washed out with soap.
it's okay. I'm 19. Anyway,
He's gonna get his mouth washed out with soap and grounded.
so we got 3 people sending in ideas.
All right, Ian. I just rolled the die. I'm gonna write down the number, and then we can read them in a second. But I figure we could. Do you want to
Alright.
roll? Or you want me to roll for you?
Go ahead and roll for me since it's on your computer.
15. Oh, Ian, you got 15.
You said it out loud. Okay.
Oh, Ian, what number did you get? Sorry.
15. And Marcus, what number did you get?
7.
7. No, never mind.
So I'll pull it up within Word document.
I was going to say 7's the number of the devil, but that's 6. I'm sorry.
I'm Ian. I'm great at Bible stuff. Okay, so here's the thing. I'm real bad at reading. So let's struggle through this as I read my pitch. And then, no. Hold on. What did you get? You got 15? I'm going to email, or I'm going to send yours to you real quick.
Okay.
And then you can read it. And then I'll do mine. And we can edit this out if it takes too long, because I'm slow. We can also edit out if I fumble through a bunch of words and I look real bad, like I have dyslexia, which is true.
Dude,
but
I
we
don't do
want
any
people to know
editing to this show, so we're not
Yeah,
editing.
Ian
a
does
thing.
so freaking. Yeah, to the extent that Ian, I kid you not, has part of the the episode with the cat, last episode, where you just get up and throw the cat out of the room and close the door and you didn't take it out.
I thought I took that out, though. I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm
forgive
very
you.
busy. I'm sorry.
Okay, go ahead. You can read your
Wait,
thing.
my idea first? Okay.
Yeah, do yours first, real quick.
Or not my idea. The pitch.
It's your mom's idea.
Yeah. Hold on. So, this idea came in from... Oh, dang it. We just messed up the set.
Ian done broke it all.
Dang it. Okay, so this idea comes in from my mom, Loretta, which sounds really weird saying on air, my mom's name, called The Magic Gate. So picture this. Picture like a dreamscape world, and everything's kind of blurry all around you. And you're in like a tunnel or like kind of an alleyway. And you're walking through the alleyway, and there's like nothing really on either side of you. Like I said, it's kind of blurry, kind of foggy. But at the end, there's a very clear, distinct light, like as if you were dying or something, you know? And so you come to this thing of light, and it ends up being a gate or some kind of door, like big, fancy. And you go through the door. And what do you think happens when you go through the door? So, what's a good way to pitch this? You go through the door, and it takes you kind of back in time. Like, there's really no other way to say that except it's kind of like a time machine. Takes you back to when you were the happiest in your life. So that could be at any point, but that could be good or bad. So it could it'd be a story about like a person who somehow has this gate, and they can go back to at any point in time to when they're like, say they're really depressed right now in life. They go back to when they were happiest, but there could be side effects. They go back and then they change history or something like that. That's pretty much all it is. I kind of added a little bit to like make it interesting. It's pretty short.
Sorry, Mom, your idea was stank, so I made it good. Whoops.
No, so there wasn't like, she said alleyway, I said tunnel, but like I changed a few words. I'm sorry. I don't know if we can do that, but
Idiot.
Okay, so
So
do you have any like questions or anything to add on to it?
you can think about it for a second. I'm going to read Jeremy's real quick. I read through it one time.
All right.
I'll probably still fumble through it a lot.
All right.
That's just my reading abilities. So, oh well. So, Jeremy pitched this idea, and it's a hour-long live-action TV series called Lightspeed Racer. Fair. He has question marks after that, so I think it's a working title.
Yeah.
And then the concept would be Hidalgo, which is, have you seen Hidalgo? The Viggo Mortensen
I have not.
movie?
No.
It's pretty good. It's worth a watch. I enjoyed it. Hidalgo meets Star Trek meets Indiana Jones. I'm going to say only the fourth Indiana Jones because it takes place in outer space and aliens. Spoilers. So the race to the edge of the universe, the most dangerous race in the world. So basically, this would take place in the year 3050. Technology has advanced to the point that people can travel and have traveled to different galaxies. There's a common belief that whatever lies beyond the edge of the universe is the most perfect element, which will be worth the most astronomical amount of money ever fathomable. Wow, people, you can't use big words here. That's really hard.
Not for Marcus. No, I can read big words because I went to college.
Ian's a grown-up. Aren't I older than? I don't remember. It's not worth it. So the team that comes back to Earth with the most rare element wins. This race would be the biggest event of the century. Teams would consist of scientists, electricians, mechanics, pilots, etc. Teams would consist of 5 people on each ship and countless number of people on each known planet, providing and exploring with resources, basically kind of like a NASCAR pit crew. So if you have to start here, and you can send people planets ahead of you to kind of like get ready to fix your ship in case it blew up. Because I got, like, when I read that the first time, it didn't make any sense to me, so I explained it in case it didn't make sense to you guys too.
Okay, that makes sense.
The show would focus primarily on one team and the struggles that they encounter on their adventures, such as low supplies, unexpected space pirates, space beasts, etc., but also the toll and the adventure takes on each person mentally for being away from their friends and family for so long and never knowing when they'll come back. I thought it's a neat idea, but we can dive into it. Do we want to talk about yours or mine first?
I don't care.
Deep dive into it.
The thing about yours, like, have you ever seen the movie Rat Race?
No, I do know that somebody referenced Rat Race in one of the comments or emails. It's a
comedic movie. It's basically a bunch of comedians, or like well-known actors, and they're all playing these characters, and they all get called in by this, I don't remember, some really rich dude, and they have to go on this treasure hunt, and they're all racing to get this treasure hunt of, like, I don't know, several $1 million. I don't remember. I haven't seen it. It's been years since I've seen it. But it sounds like that, only a sci-fi version. And I thought that movie was pretty good. I mean, it was okay. It was funny. So that's kind of what I think of, only more of a sci-fi version of it. But that's all my commentary, really.
That's all you have to say? I mean, I think we're supposed to elaborate and elaborate. Yeah. I said elaborate the first time, which is not how that works. No. Elaborate on these ideas. So let's try to come up with the five characters that we'd be focusing on. You want to do that? So sure. He gave us how many different jobs would be on the thing.
So I feel like there's got to be a main character, like a Han Solo type character, that would be, because obviously you have some kind of spaceship, and you need like a Han Solo type character who's like in love with his ship. He's a space person, or even more like Han Solo meets Star-Lord, kind of. I mean, they're kind of the same character, to be honest.
Yeah, that's why a lot of people wanted Chris Pratt to play Han Solo and the young Han Solo.
That would have been tight.
Okay, so I'm going to stretch this because he gave us 4 jobs. It says 5 people per ship. So I'm going to say co-pilot also. Kind of like a Chewie to that Han Solo.
Yeah.
So we have a pilot, and that'd be a Han Solo-esque character. You want to give him a name?
All I can think of is things that rhyme with Chewie, like Dewey.
Oh, yeah. It's Dewey. And surprisingly enough, weirdly, we're going to tie it into Malcolm in the Middle, and it's going to be Dewey from Malcolm in the Middle.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
He was frozen in carbonite.
Yep.
We're tying in Star Wars, too.
His brother's frozen in carbonite.
It's a prank. Did you get it? So then we can get, like, a Chewie-esque character. Or, yeah. I mean, no, I don't even want him to be like Chewie, just like...
Is he going to be human as well, or is he going to be alien like Chewie is?
I mean, I was going to say
I feel like he shouldn't be a human.
How racist of me. I was thinking all humans.
He does say Earth. I feel like he should be not human, because that way you have like
a relationship between
one. That's basically Chewbacca. No, that's Barf from Spaceballs.
Never seen Spaceballs. Real quick. I need to explain why I've never seen Spaceballs. I'm not a horrible person.
Show.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm a Christian, Ian. No, I've never seen Spaceballs.
It's a good show. Just watch it on when it's on TV airing. Don't buy the DVD, because the DVD is bad. I've only ever seen it on TV because they cut things out. So.
Okay, back to the subject.
Yes, I'm sorry.
It's just gonna be a dog.
A dog? Like a
No, I'm
legit,
kidding.
just
no,
normal
no,
dog?
No,
or is it gonna
no,
be
I'm kidding. That's
Okay.
dumb. We can make him. Shoot, what do you want to make him? Like, like, do we want to do known aliens? Because the coolest alien I think I've ever seen in anything is Diamond Head from Ben 10.
I know.
So we can have him be a Diamond Head character.
Or we could have him be like do we want him to be like a real big brute character like Diamond Head, or more of like a tiny smart character like
Gray Matter.
Gray Matter, yeah.
I don't remember what they're actually called. I know all the alien names. But like if you remember right, the alien bounty hunter guy, that's whatever. I don't know the alien names. Whatever the
Wait. Diamond
Head alien is. How much Ben 10 have you seen?
Wait,
Let's talk Ben 10 lore real quick.
Wait. When you say bounty hunter, are you talking about...
There's like a Diamond Head alien, but it's not Ben as Diamond Head.
I know who you're talking about. I don't remember his name, though.
Yeah, and he was like super smart and not a brute like character.
I know
He was
who
just
you're
really
talking about.
smart.
This was from the original Ben 10, right? Or was this from Alien Force?
Both.
Those are the only two I really got into. 'Cause
Yeah, it was from both
the
of
other
those.
ones are garbage.
Ultimate Alien's fine.
Oh, okay.
After that,
Have I
it's
seen
garbage.
Ultimate Alien? Little bit.
Yeah, after it all goes
They did
downhill
a new
after.
reboot of it, and it's terrible. But anyway, this isn't a Ben 10 show, so...
We can talk about Ben 10 if you want to, though. I'm down. I like that show a lot. No, so like, if you guys never seen Ben 10, I'm gonna say this character is not the co-pilot. I'm gonna say he's the scientist, and we can play off like the whole like, because he is gonna be a very big character made out of like these crystals and stuff like that. But, and I think kind of like Beast, the X-Men character,
Okay.
to where like he's very huge and strong, but mostly uses his mind rather than muscles to punch and kick stuff.
Okay.
And he can be the scientist on the planet that can help them, or on the ship that will let them do stuff.
All right.
So
That sounds pretty cool.
your turn. We have a scientist and a pilot.
Scientist and a pilot. We still need a co-pilot.
Co-pilot, electrician, and mechanic.
Yeah. I feel like we should have another human, and it should either be the electrician or the mechanic, and they should be really witty and kind of sarcastic, if you get what I'm saying. It's like someone that doesn't really care about the world. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, okay, have you've seen Firefly, right? Yeah.
Nope. No, we already talked about this. Never seen
You've never
Firefly.
seen
No, Ian, we're
That is the
gonna do this
greatest show
again.
on the planet.
Again, this is the second time on this podcast that you've yelled at me for not watching Firefly.
Oh, have I?
Yeah.
Must have been episode 1 I did that.
It was episode 2.
I was going to say, like, a mix between the mechanic on Firefly and then I can't think of the one dude's name who's the weapons specialist, and he's kind of a, I don't want to say a bad character, but he kind of like a little arrogant, selfish, doesn't really care about the crew. Something kind of like that for one of the characters, because that just kind of makes it interesting, makes the whole story interesting.
And you wanted him to be the mechanic or the
The electrician.
electrician. Which
Yeah.
one? You gotta pick one.
I don't know. Let's say mechanic. Because then you could have things like where like he's not really committed to his crew, so maybe he gets paid by another crew to sabotage the ship or something like that. And you don't have to do that. That would just be something to add to it.
It's just an idea. I'm gonna pitch an actor for that. Tie it in to not only Malcolm in the Middle, but also Indiana Jones, Shia LaBeouf.
Oh wait, how's that tie into Malcolm in the Middle?
Because Dewey, remember?
Dude, oh okay.
So we have Dewey and Mutt. Was that his
Mutt,
name? Was his
yeah.
name Mutt?
But
See how, weirdly enough, not only do I know his name from that movie, which I've only seen one time, I saw it. I liked the fourth Indiana Jones movie.
I liked it when I was a kid, and I
never
saw
seen
it.
Firefly though.
Wow. See, I liked it when I was a kid. I haven't watched it in probably, I don't know how many years. But
Yeah, that might be like my idea, is like to try to get those cheap votes, like you did that one time where you pitched a gun that killed Star Wars. It'll be like, my idea is a gun that kills the fourth Indiana Jones movie.
yeah.
That might give me some votes. So we need a co-pilot and a electrician. I'm gonna pitch a female character. She'll just be a girl, and she'll be an electrician, and we can do the whole women empowerment thing, but do it a way that's not annoying, where it's just a female character who's written competently and cool. So
Okay.
as opposed to trying to like shove down your throat women empowerment, we'll be like, no, here's just a girl who happens to be an electrician and good at her job and competent as a human being and cool.
Okay, that sounds good.
So that's the whole
Do you
thing.
have
about
any
her.
particular like characters from other shows in mind? Like
the kind
characters?
of I mean, we can't actually do that.
Yeah, I guess.
However, think kind of the first season of Agent Carter was not how I think women empowerment TV shows should be done, and was very
Okay.
annoying and
Yeah.
heavy-handed about it. The second season, though, did it very good. So kind of think a character a lot like that.
Okay.
If you've seen Agent Carter.
No, I did. I actually kind of liked
Yeah, it was
that
good.
show. Yeah,
Yeah, I was a
good
big
show.
fan. Okay, your turn. You got the last one,
The
and
last
it
one
has
was
to be
the
the co-pilot, and you said it has to not be a human.
I mean, it doesn't. It could be like a robot or something too.
A
It doesn't
robot?
have to be an alien, like a humanoid or something, or a cyborg. Sorry, not a humanoid.
Or
That's-
just a
it's a-
robot. What if the fifth person's their ship and it's a transformer? Like not a
That'd be
real
tight.
transformer, but you know what I mean. Like it can like be a giant mech that they run. Like
Like the ship is alive.
Yeah, no, not like not even so much alive. Like Pacific Rim style. Like there's an artificial intelligence inside of it. Oops, I just slapped the mic. There's an artificial intelligence inside the ship.
Okay.
However, like if they get into like they need to go onto a planet and they're like, oh, like this is covered in like space dinosaurs or something. They're like, all right, let's go, and then they turn their ship into a giant like Pacific Rim style mech, and they go down and you can watch it punch dinosaurs.
I'm down with
So
that.
I guess I'm pitching Pacific Rim in space. Now that I think about it,
I mean, I'm down with that.
and that sounds cool to me.
Yeah, we can do that.
Cool. Okay.
I mean, unless we come up with something better, I'm good with that.
Yeah. I mean, I think we can talk about yours for a little bit now. We can
Alright.
always come back to it if we need to.
All
If
right,
I think
cool.
of something really dope.
So that's yours. So back to mine. Do you have any, like what do you want to throw out there for mine?
Excuse me. Sorry. I think we should focus like maybe do this as like a Netflix show that has like very few episodes.
Like a mini series sort of thing, like episodes kind of longer, shorter, like
Yeah, but there's only
shorter
like
amounts.
5 of them.
Yeah.
We don't do a season 2, and we just do like very deep, interesting, but like slow moving, but in a way that like you don't mind. Like if you ever read certain comic books, like there's a lot of dialogue in here, but if it's written well, you don't care, even though
Yeah,
a
very
whole lot doesn't happen
slow,
because
drawn out.
it's slow because there's lots of words, and comic books is a visual medium. So you usually want the pictures and the words to work together, and when they do that good, you flip through it very quickly.
Mhm.
However, sometimes you have to get through dialogue, and they have to be like, well, I have to write something to get you guys' story, and if it's done well, it feels slow. I mean, I'm also a slow reader, but it feels slow,
Yeah.
but if the dialogue's written well, then it's interesting, and you don't care, you're involved and care about the characters, so it's like just an appropriate pace thing, I guess, as opposed to slow, but kind of
Yeah.
like a more drawn out, slower, like character study of like, let's say 3 characters.
Yeah,
Because
I
we
dig
already
that.
did 5 things, and I don't know if I can come up with five different characters or something
Yeah.
to make
So
a
now,
study about.
would you want to do each episode the same character, or like have this gate or whatever it is, or this doorway, and each episode is a different person finding this doorway, and it's how they deal with it, going through it and going
Yeah.
into this world it takes you to.
That's what I was thinking. So
Okay,
like you
so
go,
it could be a
you go
different
through this-
character each episode.
Yeah,
It'd be
so-
like a whole different. It'd be like what's that show? Twilight Zone, where like every episode's completely different character, cast, everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we can even do like feel and themes, like, so one person, they're like best. It takes you back to like your happiest memory, right?
Yeah. So like, it could take you back to one person. Could go back to when they were
Like when
a
they
kid,
when they
or
got married.
before. Yeah, like before their spouse died or something.
Yeah, and then we can. What do we want the point of it to be? Like, do we want to just like make these these
Like it
depressing
could be
things?
something like they go back in time.
Are you
but
back,
then like,
are you back for good?
but then here's the thing. Okay, it could be something like they go back in time, but then it creates like a rip in the space-time continuum or something. I mean, I know that's been done a bazillion times, but you could write it in a way where it's like, oh crap, now they have to figure out how to rewrite the history so that the whole universe doesn't blow up.
Or what about this? That's an episode. That's one. That's episode 1 of our show, and we can do
Yeah.
something completely different with episode 2 and 3.
Yeah. Yeah, I dig that. That's a good idea.
What about episode 2? Is he goes back to his happiest memory, but it's kind of like on that Christopher Nolan Dark Knight stuff, and like he either dies the hero or lives long enough to see himself become a villain. So he goes back and he becomes a child. Like he inhabits his body as a kid in his happiest memory, but he has all of his adult memories and things and all the rough stuff that's happened to him his whole life.
Oh, and that's all in his happiest memory now.
Yeah, and it's all in his happiest memory, and he just slowly becomes, and he grows up, and he just becomes more and more cynical, and like angry about everything, and you just see like this like destructive human group, and it's like
a good idea.
Yeah, and it's like I just thought of that.
He grows up into a completely different human being because he has all his adult memories.
Yeah, but and because he didn't have that childlike wonder and innocence when he was a kid this time around.
Because he knew what he was going to be when he grew up. Yeah,
and
so it'd be like if Hitler went back in time to when he was a kid.
And he's like, I'm going to do it better this time.
Yeah, he knew everything that he was going to do.
Yeah, and it can be very cynical and dark and sad. You should actually, this idea sounds like such a happy thing. You should pitch a happy one.
Yeah. This actually sounds like a good idea. I like it.
I thought, like, I didn't think that I wasn't just like, oh, Ian's mom's ideas are going to be bad, but I saw how short it was. Like, how are we going to talk about this?
Yeah, I mean, but you did say, like, as short as people want it, even if it's one sentence, and then that gives us something to, like, riff off of.
Yeah, mine last time was just a sentence, my notes.
Yeah.
I just sneeze. Hold on.
Cool.
It's not going to come, dang it. Ian, we have one more pitch to do.
One more pitch?
Yeah.
All right.
For our story, for your story.
For my story.
The one you got, yeah.
One more episode?
Yeah, because we said we'd do 3 and we only pitched 2.
Yeah. My computer's going to die here. Hold on. Okay. So we did
really drawing a blank. No, we only did 2 episodes.
We did 2 episodes, that's right. So there was the whole destroy the universe, space-time continuum, typical time machine thing.
And that could be
that would get people hooked on it because it's kind of a typical time machine. Like the universe is gonna be destroyed because people are going back in time or whatever. The second one is gonna kind of draw people into a specific character. It can make you cry at points because very cynical. So the third one,
do a happy one. That's what I'm thinking.
Make it kind of happy.
All I got.
Yeah, but you don't want it to be cheesy either.
Oh, so like sometimes I think you do. Like I'll argue the best part of a movie that I think is bad, Amazing Spider-Man 2, had really good parts, and it was how charismatic and how cheesy, but how much you liked watching the relationship between Peter and Gwen.
Okay.
Like I liked that part. I mean, that could just be specific to me. Everybody's different, but
yeah. So you could do something more like this person. You could have like a kid go back. Like say like a kid who's like 12 or so, but let's say his mom died when he was 7 or something, and he goes back to when both his parents were still alive.
And he learns a lesson.
Yeah, he learns.
I just said that because he's a kid.
Yeah,
some kind of lesson.
So now it's just turning into Adventures in Odyssey. You learn some kind of lesson.
Yeah, he goes into the room of consequence.
Yep.
And he goes back in time, and he realizes that you shouldn't get a do-over in life because you learn lessons.
Yeah, and like, okay, how about he learns something like, okay, so his parents are both alive now, and like he grows up now with both his parents, but something bad has, because of that, like, his parents fight a lot, or something like that, something happens, so then he has a bad childhood because
Well, then we're getting sad again, Ian.
Yeah.
You figured out the one mandate.
Yeah, but, yeah, I guess you're right, but then how would he learn? He'd have to learn the lesson somehow.
What about this? It's a happy thing because he learns to realize he gets the opportunity to go back through the gate and come back on the other side. And he goes and he learns, he gets to spend more time with his mom. So it's kind of like, it's like a bittersweet kind of thing where he's like, these questions I had about life, or I had about this thing and this thing, and my mom died. I never got to ask her these things and learn this stuff. So it's a happy thing because he gets to go back and spend like another day with his dead mom.
Yeah, and what if there was like flashbacks or like flashes? So like, what if there's 2 characters, and they're friends, and one character, his mom died, and the other character, his dad
died.
His dad or his brother is dying or just died or something like that, and so the one who already has the dead parent gets the opportunity to go back through the gate, and he learns all this stuff. He gets to spend time with his parent. he learns this lesson, and then he gets the opportunity to come back through, and he helps his friend.
And he
get
teaches
through
his
it.
friend that you can't take people for granted.
Yes.
Then we're doing a happy, wholesome show, and it's not dark or
Yes.
dumb. I mean, it's a little dark, but it's
A
not
little dark,
It's
but
not
it's
just
not-
dumb and
Yeah.
stupid like most of our stuff.
Yeah, I like that. That's a good idea.
We crushed it. We got it.
Crushed
we got it in one.
nice.
That was the most
That
awkward
was
fist
terrible.
bump I've ever done in my whole
And
life.
that was the first fist bump of the show, too. That's okay. Oh, dang it. I'm out
Do
of
you
coffee.
have any other cool ideas? I ran out of this a long time ago. I might pick it up. Do you have anything to elaborate on my story?
No,
I don't
not
either.
really.
I think it was a cool idea. I'm really surprised we didn't get Matt's stuff
Yeah,
because Matt sent
Matt had
the majority in, and a lot of Matt's were real bangers.
Yeah.
I was really excited to
You
talk
can
about
tell-
some of Matt's.
Well, you can tell Matt's seen a lot of TV. He's a total nerd. He's been around for a long time.
Oh, he just
And-
roasted Matt and nerd.
And he has a lot of time on his hands.
Well, not anymore.
Well, not so much.
Matt has
anymore.
kids.
But okay,
and a
so
wife,
one of his emails he sent in like 8 of them, and he said because he was home all week.
yeah, he's like,
So he had a lot of time. He just wrote out a bunch of stories.
yeah, not very good. And the thing that made me frustrated about it was most of them were better than any of the stuff I even think of. And I got so
Yeah.
mad. I was like, come on.
But just think, okay, when you're Matt's age, you can come up with good ideas like that.
Who you just call them old? Like,
No, I'm calling him wise. I'm saying he's had experience. In coming
I'm
up
pretty
with
sure you
cool
said
ideas.
old. That's
Well,
what I remember you
that's okay.
saying.
That's okay.
Oh, I have one more thing I want to pitch. Okay, Ian, I want to get your honest opinion. I want to get
So
your
are you pitching your own idea here?
Yeah, but nobody vote on this. Like, this isn't for like winning or anything. This is just a question I have. I'm gonna pitch this podcast. It's a podcast to you.
Okay.
New married couple watches the greatest sitcom of all time, Boy Meets World,
All right.
but they watch it from one perspective of the girl in this hypothetical relationship has never seen it.
Okay.
Well, has seen only the first season ish of Boy Meets World. And then so they watch it because the guy in the relationship loves it and he wants to show it. But then they also come out with their perspective of like, is this a moral that we want our future kids to learn? Like, is this an episode that like we show our kids and be like, I think they should learn this idea or this moral, or I disagree with this one, and kind of get into that aspect of it. And one more thing, the whole thing is done without Snapchat filter voices. The whole thing.
So I have two questions
And
/ commentary.
And the show would be called Girl Meets Boy Meets World.
Girl meets boy meets world. Wait, is that a line? That's a line in a Reliant K song, I think. No, the line is boy meets world. No.
It might be around.
Yeah, girl meets boy meets world. I don't know. Anyway, okay. So
Meet Boy Meets World.
Meet
Meets
Boy
Days
Meets
of
World.
Our Life.
yeah,
Nailed
yeah.
it. And it just
Nice.
figures. Okay, go ahead. Sorry, we're not going
That's
to talk
a
about Reliant
great
K.
song. But okay, so first thing,
I'm the realist. Drop this,
So
let the whole
basically-
world feel it. Sorry.
basically, so you're pitching the idea of applying the lessons learned in a TV show to your
Well,
future children,
well,
or even to
well-
your relationship.
Well, I
with this
well,
person,
real quick.
with this hypothetical.
I didn't
relationship.
say this is me. Second of
Well,
all,
wait a minute. That was my second commentary.
No.
This is you and Ashley, isn't it?
For
Because she's
sure.
never seen
Because
seen the show,
I
and
think
you
that'd
love
be
the
such
show.
That'd be such a fun idea. No, here's the thing though. Not so much we're going to do this, but like it's a family-friendly show that's supposed to be in a lot of ways, like especially the first few seasons, are supposed to be just about this kid growing up and the lessons he learns. So
Yeah.
I thought it'd be cool to come out like, is this a lesson that I want my kids to learn? Like, is this a lesson that like when I have a kid who's the same age as Corey, do I want my kid to watch this? And like, is it a wholesome enough show that I would want my kid to like be like, hey, like, no, you should watch this and learn from it.
So, would you have like your kid watch? When did it start? He was in 5th grade. Watch season 1 when he's in 5th grade.
Sixth grade.
6th grade, and then season 2 when he's in 7th grade, and then on up.
Well, I mean, me and Ashley would watch it now,
Yeah.
but like, yeah, like think like kind of like that. Like, is this
Okay.
how? I thought it's
I think
a killer
it's a good idea. I think it's.
I don't think there's any
I've-
market for Boy Meets World
Yeah.
World commentary.
I've heard that idea
podcast.
before too. Like I've heard the idea of parents wanting to do something similar, but with the Harry Potter series, and like when their kid reaches a certain age, like give them a letter and then the first book, and then the next year give them a letter and then the next book, and with the Harry Potter series.
And
Because,
if that
it
kid
kind of
was
it
anything
advances
like-
every year.
If that kid was anything like me, I'd be like, dog, I want to read it all now.
I know, right? So it sounds like that, which I've heard before, but with Boy Meets World. And I thought that was a cool idea when I heard it. So, I mean, I'd say it's a good idea.
Yeah, I mean, I like it. So the only thing about it is, the only thing that's holding me back is, me and Ashley have had this ongoing argument about whether we use Snapchat filter voices. And I'm like, maybe for an intro. And she's like, the whole time.
Why? Okay, so I have to confess, I don't use Snapchat.
Like, I
hate
don't either,
Snapchat.
really.
I mean, I have a Snapchat, but I
Same.
hate it.
I don't really use it at all.
Yeah.
I-
But to
I
be fair,
disagree
most
with
most
the
guys
filter
that I
thing.
know only use Snapchat because their girlfriends make them use it. Or like their girlfriends use it and communicate with them, so they're forced to use it. So
I mean, no, me and Ashley just text or phone
yeah.
call.
Yeah, see, I
But-
hate Snapchat. Anyway, but I mean, yeah, you could do the voice filters if you wanted.
No, so vote on that. Should we use, if we do this idea, do I have to learn how to edit a video to have squeaky voices the whole time? And if you don't know what Snapchat filter voices are, just YouTube it and then see if you want to listen to a 30-minute show of people talking like that.
No, not for the whole show. For an intro.
See, that's what I'm thinking, like an intro. Like, I'd be like, yeah, because then you can get your funny thing you want. This is just kind of my way of saying, hey, guys, vote with me and try to agree with me so I can try to convince Ashley to make this podcast with me. That's all I got. I'm done.
All right.
We have to do our wind-up. We have to thank the people we want to. So
Yeah.
thank you to Whack Matters for putting us
Yeah.
on iTunes and
Yep, Whack
hosting
Matters.
this also on the internet.
Thank you to Tim Schoenfeld for our theme song, Footy Pajamas.
Footy. Are we just gonna,
Footy.
or are we just gonna do? Are we just gonna do me singing for the intro to this one?
What?
No, it's
All
fine.
right.
Earlier I sang like all of a whole song. Well, you just laughed at me.
Yeah. Well, that'll be on the intro of the show.
Oh, that's gonna be. That's it.
Well, did you see the last episode? I had an intro of you like being weird because it caught you on camera like going like this. So
it. Yeah,
anyway,
I was making fun of
and I
Shia
just put it in
LaBeouf.
the- yeah,
We should talk about Shia LaBeouf on every episode.
we should.
That could be a segment we do. So
Dude,
what's
he's
Shia
the
up
only
to?
he's the only person that made Indiana Jones 4 good.
I think a lot of people would argue the exact inverse of that.
Yeah.
But
Um.
that's all I got.
That's all.
Yeah, thanks for watching. Please vote. If you have story ideas, you can email us at
letmepitchthistoyou@gmail.com. Also,
only vote through there.
send in your votes through email.
And put it
votes
in
are
the
not
subject line.
are not counted anywhere else, but you can comment on Facebook or YouTube or wherever you want. Follow us on Facebook at Let Me Pitch This To You. You can follow us on Twitter now at official. Hold on, I gotta think of the
Did you just say
acronym. The official LMPTTY. So it's just Let Me Pitch This To You if you took the first letter of each word. We'll figure out a better name, or you guys could send in an email with a better Twitter
Ian
name.
read that out loud and said, "That's not clunky at all. Let's use it."
But regardless, we're on Twitter now. We might be on Instagram soon too.
Oh boy, we'll be on Instagram.
Yeah.
We will for sure be on Instagram by the time this episode's posted at.
Midnight tonight, so it'll be up for Monday. You can watch this episode.
Well, you're gonna get it up tonight.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
gonna start
dog.
putting it up Monday
boy.
nights because
You mean
or
Monday
Sunday
mornings?
nights because Monday nights just like if I'm working or whatever. But I'm usually home Sunday, so I'll just hit upload before I
boy.
go to bed.
Cool,
So
tight. All right, thanks for watching. Vote for me.
You
Remember
can
that's
follow-
still a rule.
yeah. What was your Instagram name? You can follow Marcus on
Oh, I forgot. Afro
yeah.
Thunder, and same on Twitter. Afro Thunder.
Was it Afro Thunder? Afro Thunder 97.
That's my. Thanks for giving out my email.
Oh.
Really appreciate it. No, it's
I could
at,
have swore there was a 97 on your Instagram. Well, now everybody knows how old you are too. You can follow me on Instagram at
20.
at static with a K reverb. Also on Twitter with the same name. Yeah, that's everything. Thanks for watching.
Just do it.
All right, let's close this out right.
All right, I forgot we have to do this.
All right, ready? Go.
You gotta be kidding me.
Times in a row. All right.
I hate
see
this
ya.
game.
Footy pajamas, footy pajamas. They let me be what I need to be.
Selfish butthole drugstore. I must be psychotic. I must be demented to think that I'm worthy of all this attention.